everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hey, just wanted to jump on here today. I'm going to give you an update of what has been going on here the last week or so, but I'm also going to show you a knife that I got from eBay. Alright, anyway, let me tell you about what's been going on this week. Last Sunday, me and Miss Jenny went to church Sunday evening or whatever, came home, and I ate a little bit of something, and we were off on Monday, so we were actually staying up a little while longer than we normally do. Anyway, probably about 10 o'clock, I started having some pretty serious abdominal pain. Well, let me give you a little bit of backstory to explain a little bit of this. 2009, I had Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, which went great. I've done good with it. Anyway, 2017, I actually developed an ulcer, and they had to go in and do an emergency revision to that Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. Well, that started with some pretty severe abdominal pain. Anyway, back to this week. So I started having this abdominal pain Sunday evening, and I thought it probably was related to the gastric bypass and that, because it was similar pain, similar location. Anyway, this went on for probably 3 or 4 hours, and it kept getting progressively worse. I did some things to try to alleviate it. Nothing was helping. I finally told Miss Jenny, I said, hey, get you some clothes on. I said, we're going to need to run down to the hospital and get this checked out and see what's going on. So we went to our local hospital, which is about probably 12 or 14 miles from our house. So we went down there. They looked at me and stuff, the doctor did. Well, the doctor said that he wanted to get the pain, under control. They gave me morphine. Well, it was like I had taken a baby aspirin. Nothing. That morphine didn't even dull the pain. So, they gave me another pain medicine. I'm trying to think of the name. I think it's Dilaudid or Dilaudin, something to that effect. Gave me a small dose of that. Nothing. Nada. So then they gave me a dose of fentanyl. Yep, you heard me right. Doctor prescribed fentanyl. That cut the pain. Well, they ended up doing a CT scan and all that, and found out that my gallbladder was, appeared to be inflamed and that kind of thing. So anyway, I kept getting, actually, they stopped the fentanyl after like the second dose, because they said they didn't want to give that to me, which I'm good with that. And they put me back on the Dilaudid. They just increased the dose. Well, that kept the pain under control. So me and Miss Jenny was up all night Monday night. The doctor at the emergency room contacted a hospital north of us, which is a much, much bigger hospital and has operating rooms and all that kind of stuff. Spoke to the surgical department and all that, and they agreed that I probably needed to get my gallbladder removed. Anyway, it was, we were waiting on a room to come available at that hospital so I could get moved from the smaller hospital up to that hospital. Well, they finally told us I was going to be transported at like 11:45. Ended up getting transferred at like 1:45 or something, 1:30. Anyway, To make a long story short, I get up there, do all that. They scheduled the surgery for Wednesday. Well, because I had had that revision to the gastric bypass, I had a lot of scar tissue in that because they did a full open procedure where they split me from stem to stern during that. So I had a lot of scar tissue. And the surgeon told me, you know, once he learned that, and he was talking to us prior to me going into surgery that day, that that could cause some issues, whatever, that might take him a little longer or whatever. And I asked him before I went into surgery, me and Miss Jenny were in there, and his estimate was about an hour and 45 minutes maybe on the upper end. That was pretty good. Anyway, the operation ended up taking 4.5 hours. So of course Miss Jenny and my girls were beside themselves, you know. But it, you know, pretty much all had to do with, number one, all that scar tissue that doctor had to deal with. Number two, my gallbladder was in really, really bad shape. And that's weird because I haven't had any pain up until Sunday that I know of. No issues with the gallbladder or anything up to that point. Anyway, they were able to get it out. I was finally able to get home Thursday. But I can tell you one thing. Us old guys don't bounce back as quickly as we used to. You know, I'm getting better daily, but I'm still a long way from anywhere even remotely close to being myself and being 100%. But anyway, for those of you that are friends with me on Facebook and have been following along and have been praying for us and that kind of thing, I appreciate it immensely. I thank you for your thoughts and your prayers. But that's what this week's been like, and it's been tough, and I still got a ways to go, but I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Anyway, y'all, let me show you this knife I got from eBay. I'm going to put some pictures in this video of the knife prior to me cleaning it up. I didn't video me cleaning it up. I just haven't felt like doing much. So I've been doing it a little bit here and a little bit there, just as I felt like it. I've been, you know, sanding on it and buffing on it and fooling around with it and all that. And it's still not where I exactly want it to be, but it's way better than it was. Here it is. And I knew when I bought it that this is a user. This knife has been used. It is not abused. It is not just absolutely just torn all the heck. But it needed some TLC. I've given it some TLC, but it's in pretty good shape, y'all. This is a 2010 Old Redbone pocket worn Trapper. Stainless steel. This is 6254. These blades had some kind of gunk all over them. And they're not exactly where I want them to be. But I started with like 800 grit sandpaper and sanded them. And went all the way to 3000 grit. I'm going to take my Dremel tool. Probably with some case paste and a... Well, I've already got it on here. But just a fiber type wheel. And probably polish it up some. That'll probably get the rest of what I want out of it. Anyway, y'all, she's a beauty. Both blades are nice and full. Both blades have tremendous snap. I haven't even cleaned up down in the channels yet at all, but I will do that. It's just been a little slow going this week. But anyway, y'all, I think she's going to turn out beautiful. Both sides, the bone is really nice. I looked not really super close, but I looked and I don't see any kind of cracks or pin cracks or anything like that. But she does have, listen to snap, y'all. She does have a few little blemishes, see? But that's okay. Once I get this thing where I want it and get it sharpened up, drop it in my pocket, I'll be using it for whatever. But she's a really nice knife. And I bought it for the right price. I got on eBay the other day. Before I got sick, it was either last, I don't know, Friday or Saturday probably, before I got sick, and was looking around and was looking at some best offer stuff, and this guy had this one on there, and he had, I forget what price he had, and I shot him an offer and he accepted. And after he mailed it, I saw that he was over in Olive Hill, Kentucky. Well, that's where Miss Jenny's, some of Miss Jenny's family's from. Miss Jenny's mom's family's from over that way. So anyway, I thought that's kind of neat. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to do a short video here and give y'all an update of what's going on and show y'all this knife I picked up. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everything you've done for the channel. I appreciate y'all. Hey, and until we see y'all again, y'all have a fantastic week, and God bless you.